Hey guys, how are you? Hope you're having a beautiful day. I'm so happy you're here with me in this now moment. As you can see, we're in a different area. We're in my kitchen. Welcome to the kitchen. Okay, there's a reason we're in the kitchen because we're going to talk about something maybe a little bit different than what we normally talk about. But there is an interesting energetic and physical tie. That is one of the most amazing things about what we're about to talk about. So, there's this trend hot button word going around right now, and I don't have a problem with the word, honestly. It's just a word, the word detox, okay? So if you go to any kind of I think it's even kind of mainstream now. I don't know, but I feel like it's kind of mainstream now. The word detox. It's like you can go to any health place and they're like a detox tea, a detox cleanse, all these things. And I don't have necessarily a problem with that. But one of the things that's been coming forward in energy work and in like herbalism and in skincare is that we're all so unique. And these one size fits all products might work for someone and have beautiful, amazing results, but it might not work for you, or it might not resonate with your field, or it might not resonate with your body. And that's okay. That's absolutely perfect. So that's why I'm so into like us taking initiative and doing what resonates with us. And I know that's something I always talk about. So we're going to do this also on an herbal level too. So first and foremost, trust your gut. The irony of that, right? Trust your gut. Be aware of your allergies. Be aware of your body. Be aware of your animals and how close they are to your herbs. Be aware of your pregnancies. Be aware of your body in this now moment, because when oils or herbs are in their most natural form, there's no additives or alcohol for the most part, unless someone's creating some sort of fermented thing. But for me, what I feel like is, and what's kind of come forward is, you're going to be a little bit more sensitive. So if you're not sure about something, test it first. Secondly, if you're unsure, or if you're just wanting to start getting in touch with your body, and it's going to be unique for you, but if you have someone you trust that you're drawn to, it doesn't matter if it's a doctor, it doesn't matter if it's a holistic practitioner, it doesn't matter. Obviously for me, one of the things that is so important for me is in energy work and in physical work is the uniqueness and embracing my uniqueness, because I'm different, you're different, we're all different. We can see that on a physical level, we can feel that on an energetic level. Our unique energetic field is different. Our unique physical bodies are different, and that's how it's supposed to be. Not a one size fits all. So I would also suggest, if this is something you're drawn to or you want to get to know your body better, an Ayurvedic practitioner like Tomaz Mueller. One of the reasons I say that is because not only is he very, very brilliant and educated, he also energetically works specifically, and even in his energy work, he does that too. Like, he's very good about embracing your uniqueness and what works for you. So I'll put his YouTube below, of course. And then he has some stuff in the works to keep an eye on. Keep an eye on that. Some exciting stuff in the works too, okay? Awesome. So with anything, as I say, trust your gut. Studies show that like you can do these rebalancings for 2 weeks on. There's other protocols, but the one that came up most was like 2 weeks on, 1 week off, 2 weeks on, 1 week off, and doing that for 90 days, so 3 months. So these are not meant to be done indefinitely. Now, there are things that I do take indefinitely. I take cranberry pills, I take oregano oil. There are things that I indefinitely have probiotics in my routine. So those are things that I just take. And I know that because my body, and I know oregano has some anti-parasitic properties too, for any of you who are also looking for other things, like I take the little capsules. There's so many other ways. But here's what I feel. Listen to your body. I think I did mine 1 week on, 1 week off, 1 week on, 2 weeks on, and then I stopped. I just knew I had to stop. Like, it's just like that niggling feeling, just like everything else. I was like, you know what? I think I'm good. I feel great. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be, and trusting that too. And again, if you need a little extra help with that, then asking someone you trust to help you with a plan. Okay, so just know that. That's very, very important at this time. The next thing I want to talk about, and I'm going to talk about this very specifically at the end, the reason why is because die-off symptoms happen and they can be kind of flu-like. And I also have some stuff to support you on an energetic and a physical level. You're going to want a lot of rest and time and detox, cleansing, purging on many levels in your life if you do decide to like go forward with this. And I'm not saying it's going to be like, but it's a decision. It's a decision to move forward with this. Now, I also want to state something that is very, very important to me. We are the creators of our reality. So just because you're hearing this, just because you're seeing this, does not mean you have Candida overgrowth. It does not mean you have parasites. Listen to yourself, listen to your body. If you're unsure, you can get a blood test. You can do tests at home. Thrush is normally going to be like really, really white on your tongue. That can be a sign. Constant yeasty boys. Yeah, that's what we call it in my house. The yeasty boys. If the yeasty boys are coming and visiting you very frequently, there might be a Candida overgrowth as well. So just hold those in your knowings. There's little signs. Anemia for parasites. I don't want to say I'm anemic, but I'm going to say like I have low iron deficiency. And I don't have it, I experience it, and I'm shifting it. So this isn't to be like you have to do a parasite cleanse or a Candida purge or rebalancing, because not everyone's going to need to. Also, I had some feelings come up as I was like sitting with this about the warm moon coming up. So I'm wondering if this is why my timing has been pushed to here. And I don't want to say pushed because everything in beautiful divine timing, but it is interesting this was surfacing in this now moment. And you might feel that too. So I also feel like these cleanses, these purges, whatever we want to call them, also can come forward with the assistance of energetics, cosmic energy, and the sun. And I feel like there's something there with that as well. But these are just practical and energetic assistance, because the synchronicities between what the energetics of some of these herbs are absolutely insane. It is crazy that they all have a similar function on an energetic level too, and maybe there's something in there on an intuitive level that goes hand in hand, and I'm sure you'll catch my drift once we get into that, okay? So again, there's things you can do. You can look up, there's like a spit test you can look up online, but also if you trust a holistic practitioner, you trust your doctors, you trust your practitioners in general. If you have someone you trust, then yeah, obviously that's my first go-to, but listen to your body, absolutely, okay? Beautiful. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to say. No, it feels good. For now, that's good. We'll get to the fun stuff in just a moment. I'm just going to talk a little bit about symptoms of both having Candida and a parasitic imbalance. And again, these symptoms, I'm sorry, I just breathed in so much smoke, like in my inhale. Ooh. And again, just because I'm saying these, or you might have some of these, doesn't mean you have this, but you'll know what resonates with you and what doesn't. Again, ask for help if you need it. So fungus is low energy. Again, the thrush, the white tongue, having trouble losing weight. Actually, really interesting about the fungus is also brain fog, headaches, a lot of stuff happening in the upper noggin, which the fungus is a very, very crazy ecosystem in itself. It's quite intelligent, and it's so weird because it kind of works like a hive. Again, this isn't for me to add any fear. Do not feel like the fungus is going to take over your brain. That is not how this works, but we're just bringing into a balancing of one of these reasons why you might be feeling, sluggish and things like that. A lot of hormonal imbalances too, like I said, with yeast infections and things like that. So those are going to be the main ones you're going to see with fungus. There are other things. You're welcome to look that up too, whatever resonates with you. You know the drill. So parasites are interesting. This one didn't surprise me much, but sugar cravings. And again, there is nothing wrong with everything in balance. I will always say that. But one of the things is maybe just substituting your sugar with honey or agave. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to lie. I still love dark chocolate, everything in balance. Don't suffer. You don't have to suffer. Don't make yourself suffer, okay? So the other thing with parasites are going to be hungry, kind of the same sluggish weight, fatigue, things like that. And then what's the one? Iron deficiency. What's the other one? There's one more. I feel like I'm missing one thing. Digestive problems. Yeah. Because I mean, because the parasite's like feeding, you know, like, oh, because this is from experience, skin manifestations. I felt like that was something I needed to bring up. So acne prone, eczema, things like that. So just know that doesn't have to be the root problem. There might be more to that too. Okay, so I'm gonna stop for just a second and I'm going to get out the herbs that work for me, and we're gonna talk about them on a physical and an energetic level, and I will be right back. Okay guys, we're gonna get into the fun stuff. Oh, I lost my slipper. Okay, so again, these are herbs. I'm going to talk about them on an energetic and physical level. And actually, the reason I started doing things this way is because I was like trying to like my oregano little capsules. I was trying to buy like so much different stuff in capsules or in like pre-made teas, and it was just like I'm very like I am open and receptive to abundance, and you spend money on your health however you want to. But I also felt like I was like, this is kind of like, this is a lot. Okay, this is a lot. So this is just such a personal and kind of fun and creative way, but also very, very like affordable way for us to do this too. For example, like I have cloves sitting here. So this is about 1/4 a pound. Now I've used quite a bit of it. So normally 1/4 a pound would like go pretty much up to the top, maybe even overflow a little bit. And this size mason jar, oh boy, we're not going to do that. We're not going to do sizes. This is a medium mason jar because I have no idea. But for example, like 1/4 a pound, and I think I got it for like maybe $4 or $5, I think. And that's the thing too, is like one day I would love to be able to provide these things for myself. No shame on myself, no shame on anyone. We are all trying our best. I have purchased detox dandelion tea for like 2 years now, and I love dandelion tea, but now I'm being asked to kind of start to shift that and change that and buy my own dandelion and blend and have fun because for me personally, this is very, very fun and very, very creative and what resonates with me. So this is just my creation. You make your own creation, but you'll figure out some stuff that maybe you want to add to your creations, right? We're just a bunch of little alchemists. How cute is that? Like, for example, like, I'm not going to be hard on myself, but I always see things in my head. Like, I know how I want a painting to look. I know how I want an outfit to look. I know how I want my house to look like, but I never can produce it exactly how I want it. So, and I think that's a beautiful lesson too. Just paint because you want to paint, like paint the symbols, paint the colors. Like it doesn't have to be anything, but this is like the first thing in my life as I've done this, that it's like, it's just my creative like outlook, and it gets me really, really in touch with the human nature side of myself, back to natural law, being in order with Mother Earth too, obviously. So yeah, so very affordable, very fun. Anytime you do the teas, I put mine in little tea bags, but if you're going to boil it like actually in the water and then strain it, you might be able to get like a stronger mix. Okay, so this is just what I do what works best for you. Strainers are awesome. I know there's like tea boiling things now where they strain it. There's so much cool stuff. I'm just showing you what I do. Okay, so the first herb we're going to talk about is clove. And first off, like, I didn't know how much I like the smell of clove. Oh my gosh, I wish you guys, maybe you guys are clairsentient, you can smell it. Is that the right one? The one where you can smell. I didn't know how much I like the smell of clove. I love it. Like, I'm going to grind it and put it in everything at this point. Another thing is people do burn this kind of stuff in their house too. I've seen them do like little potpourri bowls and tea candles, and you light it and stuff like that. Okay, so clove. Beautiful. And I bought the little chunky guys. So this is antifungal and anti-inflammatory. So this kills actually the yeast cells. So this one's really good for Candida, kills the yeast cells. Also, immune system stimulant, I think is what they were saying. And then as I went to studies about it, hold on. I wish you could smell him. As I went to studies about it, there were studies that showed that with eggs, I think it was parasite. Let me look at my notes. Okay, it was parasite. So this is cool. So not only is this good for Candida, it also looks like there's some studies that show for parasites too. So the cell membrane, the studies show that this breaks down the cell membrane specifically in the larva and the egg cells, which is really cool because that can stop the spread. So for me, what I feel like is clove is really, really good on both levels for both of those things. I also like the smell. The smell. It's like, I didn't know how much I loved clove. And this is just one that I've been using indefinitely, but not like as a blend. I want to like burn it. Not like that, not in a bad burning way, but like there's something there with clove that really, really resonates with me. Okay, so get this. On an energetic level, clove, as I meditated on it, protection. How cool is that? Very, very, very protective energy, banishes negative energy, and it can bring and promote healing. Chaos, as we've learned over the years, chaos brings healing, but this can promote the healing and clarity and cleansing. How cool is that? So not only is this on a physical level assisting us with healing, it is also with an anti-parasitic, antiseptic, and yeast. So that's crazy that it can do all those things. How magical is that? But also protective. Very interesting, isn't it? How those two come hand in hand. Okay, let me grab my next culprit. Cinnamon. And also, like, these two together, like, come on. They're meant to be together. Okay, so cinnamon, a lot of people know cinnamon's very, very practical and very, very good for a lot of things. So cinnamon has a lot of other properties it's good for, but if for what we're talking about, it's good for antifungal. It actually stuns the candida. So, like, stopping the growth of it because it's such a spread and such a, like, it's very active in its reproduction, so it'll actually stun that reproduction too. Hold on, I'm just gonna smell cinnamon. Oh, and I bought the little chips for this guy. Awesome. So not only is it stunning, it's also good for prevention. So it's really cool if you're putting cinnamon in your coffee or your tea anyways, very preventative help with that, but it's also a stunner. She's a stunner. And get this. I'm sure a lot of you guys already know the energetic properties of cinnamon. Protection, healing. What's the third one? There's the third one. Oh, money, abundance. Yay, abundant to buy all the cinnamon. Very, 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 very practical to buy cinnamon this way too for your tea bags. But, you know, some people do the powder if you put it in something else. Awesome. Okay, so this is one that I never ever heard about in my life. And it's called purple cornflower. I don't know if I can ever describe what it smells like. It's like in the daisy family, I think. You know? It smells like dandelion, daisy. It doesn't smell bad. It smells really good. But it's definitely a floral note, which makes sense. It's a purple. It's literally, I think it's purple cornflower is the technical, and I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's ECHINACEA, and that's like purpurea, so purple. This is actually one of my favorite ones that I found for a couple reasons. So it's a really good support of the lymphatic system. So if you haven't done any studies on the lymphatic system, it's actually how we expel toxins. So supporting that expulsion of the toxins in the body already. So as these things die off, as we're moving the energy, as we're going through the lymphatic system, and this will really, I'll talk about this for die-off symptoms and support, but it'll really, really help with assisting if you're doing like lymphatic massage, or if you've never had one. I know massage therapists do them, but personally, like, you can look it up and you can do it, you know? So I'm one of those people, but if you have someone you trust, obviously, that's a massage therapist or energy worker that does both those things, very, very good to have that drainage too. So this one's just the powder. Awesome. So with the purple cornflower, this one, so the clove was good for parasitic breaking down of the wall, but it also had candida support. But with this one, it actually breaks down the cell wall of the fungus. And the fungi cell walls are really, they're tough. They're ready. They're like, we survived, baby. So we survived, baby. That's what the fungus is saying. So this actually helps break down that cell wall to help with that too. Also, really, really cool information about this is a very, very supportive anti-inflammatory, antiseptic, but specifically was found in horse medicine. So please don't give this to your horses until you talk to someone or if you know that stuff. But like, it was found in horse medicine. And on an energetic level, I thought this was so cool. It was hanging in sick rooms. So literally, purple cornflower was hung in sick rooms. So this has been done on an energetic level for, you know, who knows how long. And the fact that they were using it, isn't that crazy? So this one is for healing and energetic boundaries. And that also feels, I mean, that's protective too. All of these have protective properties, but energetic boundaries, what we accept, what we don't accept. I thought that was interesting as well. Okay. Last guy. So I actually added mint because it really soothes the digestive system and it really, really helps with the die-off symptoms, which I'll talk about in a minute. But mint is also just, oh my gosh, like, I'm a dork. I love, no judgment to myself, I love Greek mythology. Like, even when I was a kid, like, I crappily painted, in a beautiful way, it was beautiful, crappily painted Poseidon or Neptune. So mint, there's some mythology within mint, and mint has been used for, cinnamon too. Mint has been used for such a long time, dating back so far. So mint is known as a purifier. And mint is known as a purifier like physically and energetically. So purification is going to be the main energy you get with mint. I just want to smell it. Oh my gosh. Why does that smell so good? Smelling herbs. So again, this is going to really, really assist with digestion, but this can help with some of the other die-off symptoms because for mint, it helps so many different parts of the body. You're welcome to research that too, what else mint does, but I know it's also really good for brain fog and things like that as well. So it's very supportive in all systems. Ooh. And guess what? Mint is protective. Mint actually removes residue of negative energy and puts that boundary around your energetic field, and purification. Again, purification on both levels. How cool is that? So it was absolutely chaotic when I was trying to talk and make the tea bag. So I made it. I'll tell you what I did though, okay? So I made my little tea bag. So I have the is it half a teaspoon? So I have a half a teaspoon. Now, I did just kind of do this a little bit intuitively. I'm not going to lie. It doesn't have to be perfect. A lot of people who mix stuff do like same parts, everything. I don't. I kind of feel into it. But again, look into that for yourself, okay? Okay, so I did clove and I did 4. So that would be 2 teaspoons, 2 full teaspoons of clove in here, okay? Then I did 2 full teaspoons of, no, I did 2, so 1. So I just did 1 full teaspoon of the purple corn flour. And you can put it in more if you feel like it. I did 2 full teaspoons of cinnamon. And I think I did 2.5 of mint. I think I just really like the way it smells and I just wanted more mint today. And again, I don't do this the same every day, but I do tend to put in more clove and more cinnamon than anything else. But today I felt like mint, but this could also be because I had a third eye headache going to bed last night. So that's me listening to my body. So make sure she's in her bag or however you do it in your boiler. I'm going to put some hot water. You want this hot, like hot to expel the oils. Again, I feel like there's probably like, I don't know. I feel like there's better tea stuff out there, but this is like these bags. I think I've used quite a bit of this bag, but these bags, there were 50 in here. I think I got them for like $5. She's a bargain shopper, honey. So I'm going to let that sit and brew because it's super hot right now, and then I'll take a taste, which I know it tastes fine because I drink it, but you know, we'll take a taste together. And there are other herbs that support Candida die-off, rebalancing, parasitic die-off, and those are going to be lean meats, watching your diet, alkaline-based foods. I feel like there's a lot of other herbs, so So like, is there something you're being called to? And you're welcome to drop that in the comments. Make sure you trust yourself first and foremost. This is just what I use. And again, like, you don't have to kill off your sugar intake, but maybe just start to substitute it here and there with like something like agave and honey. Also, alkaline diet. If you don't know much about that, look into the research of that. Or have someone like an Ayurvedic practitioner like Tomaz would be really good for assisting with that. Probiotics help. And then I'll also talk about how to assist yourself on an energetic level when you do this. But I also take a bath. If you know me, you know I take a hot salt bath every night. That is every night. Also, I've been doing cold showers with my cap on, thanks to the friends, you know. But it's beautiful, and Joanne taught me a little bit about the vagus nerve and how cold water supports that too. There's something in there with that. So basically, where are you getting at, Taylor? What did you want to say, Taylor? Oh, support. One thing I do before I get like into full support is baking soda. I do about 2 teaspoons of baking soda, salt, sea salt for me, up to you, and I do tea tree oil to support. Not a lot, maybe like 4 or 5 drops of your essential oil, or if you're making your own essential oil. I do those baths, and again, I kind of do them in correlation when I'm drinking the tea. So in the morning I'll drink the tea, and then in the evening I'll do my bath. So that's something that supports me. Only if it resonates with you, okay? Okay, so we're gonna get into the, oh, I just heard this in my head, maple? Like natural, like not like the sugar maple syrup, but like natural maple syrup? Yeah, like a straight from Vermont. Get it imported from Vermont. I'm just kidding, guys. So we're gonna talk a little bit about die-off. Die-off can actually happen up to 8 hours after you start this. So don't freak out if you get sweaty, if you get a headache, if you get drained, if you get tired. Doesn't mean it's going to happen 8 hours after you drink your tea, but just be aware this is something that can happen and die off as symptoms in both parasitic studies and in Candida die-off studies. So both of these things have a die-off kind of phase. And it can be hard on the body. And like I said, and Dan's talk about chaos and healing and all that, sometimes it gets worse before it gets better with these kind of rebalancing and purges too. If you are worried or having more symptoms for more than a week, please, 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 please stop or contact someone. Please listen to your body. Like, it's imperative that we just trust ourselves, but also if we also trust ourselves, that if we need a little help or need to stop something, that we do it too, okay? It's really, really important. Skin breakouts, flu-like symptoms, mucus. That was mine. And it makes me think we're doing these things naturally, right? With the energetics, like I think we're going through die-off sometimes, especially when the intense energies come in. So that's an interesting concept in itself. Oh, that's so interesting. I might have to meditate on that. But mucus. That was mine. I was mucus leak. And think about that too, the way it's expelling from your body. That sounds so gross. The other thing I'll say for me personally is I already have sleep issues and I need a lot of sleep support. For example, my night blend, and I can do that for you guys too if you want to see it, but obviously this is chaotic. But it's fun chaos. And this is going to be a little bit longer than my other videos, but I will tell you for my night, I have to do valerian root, passion flower, blended with chamomile, and I don't want to say ayahuasca, the one that's really ashwagandha or whatever. Sorry, just butchered an herb. I'm so sorry. So just be aware that this could actually give you a little bit of insomnia as well. But it's also important that we listen to our bodies about like fever and things like that, like expelling and detoxing and all the detoxing explanation of the body. It does kind of bring on those symptoms of being sick. So what does it mean to be sick? But really, really, really listen to your body. So how can you support this? Be careful on the caffeine, be careful on the sugar, just be aware, everything in balance. Mint is really helpful. That's why I put it in the tea. Lymphatic drainage, look into that if it resonates with you. Oh, remembering that sweat is a purifier, which is interesting because mint's a purifier too. That's an interesting thought, isn't it? Okay, energetically. Oh, I didn't mean to. If you're going to do this on a physical level, things are going to happen to you on an energetic level. Surfacing of things you need to address, and surfacing of the word I heard was addictions. What is the biggest hive? Okay, and I'm not going to talk about this that much because it's like it's not like that. It's just like being aware. What is the biggest hive addiction that we have? Tech. So it might be good to do a tech rebalancing as well. Okay? I really do recommend that, especially if you're having sleep problems. Instead of reaching for your phone, reach for a book, reach for a tea, reach for a bath, reach for the nature outside, a night walk, like if you feel safe. You know, let nature assist you through this because we're using nature to assist us on a physical level too. So the biggest hive, and as I was meditating on this, I was like, oh, there's so much correlation. Biggest hive that we have right now is tech, and that's non-judgment, no judgment to tech, everything in balance. But I would suggest thinking about that as well on an energetic level. Okay, that's all she wrote. So that was chaotic, but I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had a lot of fun too. If you want me to type this up and put it in a free doc, like a Google Doc or something, please let me know. And I'll just put like die-off symptoms. I'll put the energy, and I know like you guys know a lot of this stuff anyways. I can put the energetic and the physical. I'll also put like whatever else I said. Like that's up to you guys. If you feel like this video was organized enough, good for you. If it wasn't, we'll make it a little more organized and short and sweet, honey. But there was a lot I wanted to talk about that's so important about each and every one of us. And again, these things work for me. They might not work for you. Or you might be drawn to some of this and not all of this. Okay, let's give this tea a try. She looks great. This is today's brew. It's still so hot, guys. I don't know. But let me know if this is something maybe in a more organized way I can figure out. If this is something you want me to talk about again. Not necessarily, and if anything else surfaces about this specific topic, I'll bring that forward. But if you want like a monthly cycle tea, if you want to know what my skincare I make is, like, just let me know. But I actually, Carrie from Galactic is gonna do we're gonna do like a part 2, and she's gonna share some of her elixirs, and then maybe Thomas and Dan in the future too. I kind of was like, hey, so we might make this a thing. And I also want to hear from you guys. What works for you? What your unique self, what works for you? Because you might, by sharing, someone might be like, oh, I'm going to go look into that and research that for myself. And that's where we're at. We're making things and researching things for ourselves at this time. Okay, I'm going to take a drink. I'm scared. It's so hot. Okay. Oh, it smells so good though. Oh yeah. Yeah, isn't that crazy? The floral is like good though. Like it's like a good natural floral, but it's mostly like she's got like a balanced spice to her, and it's good. It's so good. So there's my tea. All right, guys. Yeah, let me know if there's anything else you want to see. Again, there's gonna be more to this. Much more to come. Thank you for sitting with me through this adjustment in here. You have no idea what's going on in my kitchen right now. We don't have a light in here. I'm in it's a hallway. So thank you for dealing with that. Maybe I can get a more organized way of doing so. But thank you anyways. I love you guys. Trust your gut. Bye.